Hey friends, Miss Art Garden here. I don't know if this is working. I just tried to test it out and it didn't do the weird ghost stream that it did last time. So I think that's a positive. I don't have a chat option. How do I... You guys will have to forgive me while I get set up. I have to work in the margins of my computer too. So I want to open a new window. That's just going to pop right up over there. Okay. I got to open my live streams because I don't see... Oh, there's a chat here. Okay. Hi, Dragon Style. How are you? I'm gonna set up here. I have some music going and I have my mic going and hopefully everyone can hear everything okay. I'm sure if anything else you can probably hear my birds going crazy. So okay, so I'm gonna have my live stream up. I need to put this somewhere where I can see the chat. It's been a long time since I tried to live stream, and I have like a more janky setup than I used to. So I'll just stop talking about what a mess I am right now and get to it. Earlier, my Photoshop crashed too, so if that happens, we'll just have to relaunch it and stuff. I've got everything else set up though, so should go good. I have to I can hear my stream coming out of my headphones. That's good. It's always good to see you, Dragon Style. I always, for some reason, I always say, what was it? I kept, when I was typing your name out in that video, I kept saying Dragon, I can't remember now, but I kept saying it wrong, or, you know, typing it wrong. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to have this here, this here. I should be able to see my chat down here. And I'm just about ready to, yep, start. So I'll get rid of this. Let's make my little transitioning video. I don't know what to call that little animation thing I made smaller. And I'm gonna get started on my pumpkins. I've lost all the references. I got some references up here, like my one from last year, just so I have, you know, a memory of what a jack-o'-lantern looks like. I'm gonna put my... I don't have room for all these windows. Anyways, yeah, let's get rid of this sketch text layer, and we're just gonna go ahead and jump in and get started. If there's problems, people can complain in the chat. This will be interesting. It's kind of a test stream coming back from not streaming in so long. I forgot how kind of unnerving it is when you talk live to people and you have no idea if they can hear you or if you're making a fool of yourself. And I've got the mic right up next to me, so I'm sure you'll be hearing some very awkward breathing noises, especially since I've been having some allergies, and so my throat's all like well, thank you, Dragon Style. And I'll be drinking my tea right into the mic too. If it gets too embarrassing next time, I'll just crank up the music. Yeah, so I'm going to draw a pumpkin. I don't like that. Let's get a nice shape where it's kind of bowed up here maybe. And it'll make a nice... I gotta try to consciously not say a lot. Let's make it a lot bigger so we can see it. And we'll just... Yeah. When editing, I can take out all the silence, but when I'm talking, I need to remember not to just sit there and go, yeah, And sometimes I make a mistake and I'll like clap my hands so there'll be a peak in the audio. And then I'll be like, I'll remember to edit that out. There's no mistakes live. So does anyone else out there? I have no idea. Does it have a viewer count? Looks like a couple of people are watching. I probably will refrain from asking questions because I don't know if people can type back as much. Oops, wrong thing. I wonder if other people like to carve pumpkins and stuff, even though I'm an old lady now. Where's that reference of the eyes I had? Here we go. I have this reference. I thought this would be cute for these kind of flame eyes. Have it behind my other reference. Just to kind of, I'm not going to copy them, but I just like that idea of like flame eyes. Yeah, even though I'm an old lady now, let me see, I need to move this so I can see my thing. I wish it would scroll down, it won't. Okay, I'm going to put it, if I shrink this, you'll have to bear with me. Maybe if I do this, I don't know. We'll have to see when the chat updates. If I can see the new stuff or not, and I'll check on it in a second. But yeah, what I was saying was I still like to carve pumpkins, even though I'm an old lady. Yeah. But usually what I do is I go and I get one from my mom because she likes to grow them in her garden, and she didn't this year, so I guess I'm going to have to go to the store and get a store-bought one. It's not as fun. But yeah, so some kind of flamey eyes. I don't know what flames look like. I'm just going to really loosely put them in for now. And we can have even like, you know, the little sparky flame that goes up like that. And then on this side, we'll do the same thing here. Actually, I think let's clone the eye. Hello, Mexicano11. I guess that means I can see the new chat. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. You guys will have to forgive me if I get back into like my live stream speak. I try to talk constantly and just not have silence, but I think it gets even more awkward then. Yeah, so then we'll just change this eye a little bit. Actually, I want these both to be kind of like they're evilly squinting. I think that might be kind of fun. I have my microphone wire right here and I keep bumping it. I'm going to move it. And I'm sorry if you're hearing weird pinging noises as I move the power cord there. Okay, and I might have, let's move this up a bit. I want a lot of room for that mouth. It's going to be kind of a fun, hold on, let me check something real quick. Yep, I cannot see the bottom of my chat. Okay. You guys will have to forgive me. I'm going to put this right here and then put it behind. Oh, jeez, that's not working. Okay, I got a new plan. I'm going to put it... Sheesh, I really need a bigger computer. There's all this text I can't see. Okay, I can do this. I'm just going to have to move my references down here. And then move this over my OBS. And I'll shrink it so it's not causing problems. Jeez, it like cuts off on the window right where I need it. Okay, new plan. I'm gonna get this to work, don't worry. Hopefully next time, I want to catch up on my chat in just a sec. I'm just gonna open this browser window because see, I'll show it to you. The chat is like bigger here, and in the live stream window, I can't see anything. Okay, so now here we go. I can see all my things. I usually grow pumpkins, but this year I threw my back out. Oh no, that's so bad. I hate throwing my back out. Hopefully it's better. I can never grow potatoes. They get like really scaly or whatever the word is. I've lost my references. Let me reorder them. There we go. Yeah, even though I live in Colorado and it's like potato state, even though Idaho gets the credit, we grow a lot of potatoes here. And yeah, oops, I bumped the mic, sorry. I can't grow them here. I'm not talented enough. It says, hi, Paint to Love, and hi, Annalise. Annalisa, and then I'm never sure how to say your last name. Is it Ali? I know you've said it. I just don't ever remember how people say their names. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Did you do a new anime drawing in MS Paint to Love? What anime is it? What character? Let me just shrink this up. And yeah, okay. So now we'll do big mouth, and I kind of want that like multiple teeth look. So I might kind of just sketch. We'll be loosey goosey on the sketch, and then when we get to the edging and stuff, we'll be a lot more So, actually, I think I want it to go all the way out here. But yeah, when I do pumpkins, they are very basic. I'm not patient enough to carve them. I think like professional carvers get a lot better tools and stuff. Like I use those janky little dollar store cutting tools that like break and bend halfway through cutting the pumpkin up. And then I use like really sharp professional knives, so it's a weird mix. um, it's Eely, named after a place that had a lot of eels. Oh, that's fun. I'm glad to hear you're doing better too. Okay, so yeah, there's the base pumpkin. I'm gonna clean up and shape this sketch a little better, and then I'll get into painting. It's always kind of hard when you're digitally painting like live versus where you can like sit and stop and look away. I always feel like I shouldn't like stop and give it a minute and keep going, but then you kind of don't pick up your mistakes as much. I'm sorry about my voice, and I'll try not to clear my throat obnoxiously loud in the mic. It's just all messed up. I think it's allergies. It was 7 degrees Fahrenheit when I woke up yesterday, but somehow I still have allergies this time of year. And 7 degrees Fahrenheit is very cold. I don't know what it is in Celsius, but hi, Egyptian Gamer Geek. How are you doing? It was cool to see you get to go to Egypt. I know that was really, really big for you. And I'm still looking forward to all the vlogs and stuff from there you're going to post. Okay, so now I'm going to put some edgings in. So we'll see some stuff here, here, here. I might clean up this sketch a bit. I just bluntly took out all that. Let's make my eraser a little smaller. What am I doing? There we go. And then I don't know where the turning point will be. Probably like a little bit still here and here, and then just a little bit here. And then this might be flat, and then we'll see the edging on this side. Yeah, I won't do too much of this because I'm probably not going to stick all that closely to the sketch. Although I say that sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Good to have kind of an idea though. So we'll have the edging there, and some edging there, there, a little bit there. These will be kind of the front ones, and then these will get their edging in, and edging in, and edging in. Yeah, so. You came here to try to feel better, not feeling good? Oh, are you not feeling good like tummy sick ache or like mental fatigue? Well, hopefully we can all cheer you up either way. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, I think. Hi, Thrill Art. How you doing? I think it's a lot of fun sometimes just to chill out and hang out and talk. I wish I had a smartphone because I always have to do it from my computer, but then I have to like get up and do things, and then I'm like, I'm still here, I just can't see the chat. And then we'll do some edging here too that we can see, so something like that. And then on this side, wait, I gotta remember. This is gonna be the edging, and that'll be the light. So then we'll have this edging going like this. Yeah, that'll be good. Alright, so we'll want one up here too. Okay, so I have kind of an idea what that looks like. That's probably a horrible sketchy mess. Hi, Rubu Tani. I'm gonna butcher every name, I'm so sorry. I'm writing a comic for Halloween too, and I made up, quote unquote, a language for one of the characters, and I feel really bad if I get there's a couple voice actors that I sometimes contact that they'll do stuff for free. I feel bad who has to pronounce that language. I've been thinking I'll probably just tell them to do like, have the computer or their phone or whatever speak it to them. Okay, so I don't want pure black, but I want let's make kind of a bluish ominous background. I think that'll be good. I'm going to clear my throat. I can't mute my mic. It was one thing I couldn't get to work, so. I'll just embarrassingly cringe to the side and do it. This fantasy with Cleopatra I have is probably trying to ruin me. I thought it was cool, but nope, it's ruining me, I think. Are you having like role-playing stuff with Cleopatra and she's your girlfriend? Maybe take a break and try to roleplay something else. That kind of helps. I mean, I don't roleplay, but that helps me when I'm doing like my like writing stories or whatever. I better make this darker so we can see it. I don't know. I've lost the video. I hope you guys can see this. I never know how it works, how it's gonna look. I can make it lighter or darker. What would lighter be? Obnoxious, maybe? If I make it lighter and less saturated, it might work. Let's try that. And we'll get our color layer. Oh, I pronounced it good. That's good. Thanks. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I get so like hold on. I tried to drink tea and then I tried to talk. I can't multitask apparently. I get so distracted like looking at the chat and stuff. I gotta remember to focus. Okay, so we want kind of a dark base. We'll just start with something like this maybe. Let me take a look and see what color that is. That'll be good for like a medium color. I'm not gonna turn my hardness down. I don't like those little roundy, edgy parts you get with it. You're a little. It's more serious than a role play. Well, hopefully you don't get too bummed out. You can balance it all out. Okay, in the end. So let's get this pumpkin shape in. I wonder if I should make it even a little bit bigger. Yeah, I think I'll leave it. I think too big is gonna crowd into the frame. It looks a little strange. It's like now I'm in Egypt and it's like she's haunting me. Maybe Cleopatra's spirit has come to visit. Well, hopefully she won't be too bad. Maybe get yourself an asp. Is that the kind of snake? That was kind of dark, actually. Yeah, I don't actually know where you live. I thought England, but I guess are you still in Egypt, or have you come back to England already? Or maybe you don't even live in England. I'm talking to Egyptian Gamer Geek. I know I need to make sure I'm addressing people, I suppose. They'll be like, what? I wasn't in England. I mean, in England or in Egypt or any of those places. Alright, let's bring this sketch level down a bit. I can make sure I can get that. And we'll have something kind of dark for the stem. And that just matches the background perfectly. Good job. No, this is in Sketch. I don't want that. We'll go this layer here. Put this in here. Just have something up here. I might change that color later. Just mark it all in for now. You're born in Australia, not England. Oh, is your accent Australian? I'm so done with accents. Oh, I don't know. She might look bored, but that is probably the most common drawing expression. Is that my little animation? I don't know what's happening. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate, make a clipping mask, and I'm gonna block in colors now. So I'll try to work a little bit faster. I know I've been dallying. So let's get. I kind of want it to look nice and red in places. What does this look for a shade? I think that could work. So let's see, where would we have some shade? I think I just gotta commit. I just gotta commit. I don't want this all the way. Oh, I don't have it all the way on soft. Yeah, so definitely down here, definitely down at the base where, you know, usually you get some kind of radiant light from the sky. And then maybe over here and here, and then in here will be the nice glow. So let's start adding some, what do you call them, like rings, rivets? I don't know what they're called. I'm just gonna kind of work and be crazy and sound crazy, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, So we'll do some. I'm just gonna really loosely put these in. I'll probably paint them all over later. But yeah, I was hoping this live stream would work. I'm glad to see the chat working, so it can't be totally awful. I'll have to watch it back later and see if like the music was blaring or wasn't on at all or anything. I got some creepy music from like the YouTube audio library and stuff just to give it a little bit more atmospheric stuff, I guess. Yeah, I don't know how much of this I need. I want this down here to be a lot darker, so I might just plow some black in there, even though it's not always the best idea to commit to so much black right away. And then probably over here, actually, I'll want a little bit of a lightness. Let's get some of that going. Oh, you like the avatar in the corner. Oh, it said it right before the second part of the sentence. I just didn't read it right. Oh, I'm a genius. I'm a genius. Yeah, thanks. I thought it would be good to have like a little something, so if I pause on screen and start rambling, she would be there. I might make a better one in the future, but I thought it'd be cute just to have one that's sort of sketching and looking like she's falling asleep. I thought it was my profile pic because it's Tutankhamun and Cleopatra. I'm butchering that name, I'm sorry. I swear if a girl dresses like Cleopatra, you're gonna go crazy. Egyptian Gamer Geek. You've got Cleopatra on your mind, huh? Maybe you can convince a friend to do like a what's that called, like a couple's costume for Halloween some year. I did that with my friends once. It was something boring, like I think we were all fairies, and they were like, yeah, we're totally gonna do it, and I freaking showed up in this costume even though I had like a band thing that day, and they all chickened out, and I was like, oh, you guys. I didn't care. There were other people wearing costumes. I was just like, I'll always remember this, guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna get some highlight areas here to make it a little bit more blue. I'm just kind of getting like a rough shade on the pumpkin before I commit to the carved in areas. Yeah, so let's get some lighter tones in here, and I'm just gonna trace around here. Let's turn my opacity up and I'll get this trace. I probably don't want that bright for the tracing though. I don't want to like fully commit, even though with digital art you can just always paint over it. Yeah, one year man, I've had a lot of weird Halloweens when I was in school. I remember when I was in grade school, I think I dressed up in like a toga, but you couldn't, I don't know if it's changed since then, but when I went to grade school, you couldn't wear your costume to school. You had to be able to change into it for whatever reason. And I'd only brought one safety pin because I'm that kind of great planner to like pin this whole toga on. I think I got it to work at home and I was like, that's all I need. And I mean, it's not, I had like, it's Colorado winter, so I had like a, an outfit underneath and stuff, but this thing kept falling off of me and I was like, why? Finally, I had someone's mom who had showed up. I went to like one of those schools where there's a lot of housewives, I'll just say, and someone's mom had shown up to help them like paint their costume on because they had like face paint, and she's like, I have safety pins in my car, and I was like, yay. So that was kind of a weird Halloween for me. I think Egyptian Gamer Geek is getting thirsty in the chat. How old are you, if I can ask? Just out of curiosity. You can just say none of your business. Yeah, so let's get this solidly colored in. And then I'm gonna do the mouth, and then I'll probably just take away the sketch layer. It's not like the most detailed sketch anyways. I don't know how much good it's doing for me. Yeah, so let's get these in too. And I'm gonna be careful Huh. I think I'm not gonna get the edging in. I didn't do it for the eyes. I hope my thing isn't like stalling because my tablet's reaction keeps delaying, and I'm worried that means that like there's a, I guess like my computer's hanging or something, and I hope that doesn't affect the stream. You were always too shy to do Halloween, Annalise. Annalisa. I always say Annalise because I know Annalise. I'm sorry. It's like one of those things. Annalisa. Uh, I love the dressing up, but I don't want to go outside where people might see me. Yeah, it's a little self conscious, and it's especially hard like when you get out of school and if you move and you don't have any friends. That's my situation, so I don't I don't go out. I just dress up for fun for my chickens. They don't judge me. My birds will freak out if I go up to them with like a costume on. They will be like, "Well, time to fly away," even though we're all in a cage. Uh oh, it's delaying again. I'm sorry if it cuts out or anything. I have no ability. I've moved all the important windows behind so I could see the chat. So I have no ability to look and see if my stream is like pausing or anything. I'll just, if there's no chat for a while, I'll take a look. But yeah, so I'm just gonna very slowly put this in. Oh, I updated to Photoshop 2019 and I cannot use it. So now I'm back to Photoshop 2017 because in Photoshop 2019 I was having this kind of issue where if I make a mark, it takes like half a second before it shows up. And that might not sound like infuriating, but when you're trying to like sketch up real quick, you're like, oh no, this won't work. So I had to downgrade again. I'm gonna save this. I'm worried that my Photoshop is about to crash. I really hope not. Huh. You always saw Halloween celebrations in movies. If I ever visit America, I hope to go celebrate. It will be nice to dress up like kids. Yep. I can read. I'm just not very well today. Yeah, I always think it's like I didn't know as an American, as a sheltered American, how the rest of the world didn't like celebrate Halloween because it's kind of a big thing here, especially when you're a kid and you get to go trick or treating and you get to dress up and stuff. But yeah, apparently it's just like nothing in a lot of other countries. The excitement for kids comes from the fact that you get to go door to door, you get to see people's fun Halloween decorations, and you get candy. And that's always the most exciting thing. Um, but yeah, I guess other places don't celebrate it as much. It's as an adult, I mean not me per se, but a lot of adults will just use Halloween as kind of an excuse to go to parties and get drunk. uh, but yeah, I think I went to a Halloween party in college, and it's kind of like once you get out of high school, the girls stop dressing so, I guess, provocatively. But then at parties they wear like ridiculous costumes, and I remember there was a girl there and she had like this really complicated light up costume, and I think it shorted out and it could have burned her maybe even. That was kind of the only quote Halloween adult party I went to. Although I gotta stop saying adult because I think that is on the list of words you can't say for YouTube because it thinks we're all talking about naughty stuff, even if we're just talking about age graphics. Graphics or graphics is not the word I'm thinking of. Mark it so I remember where it is. I'm just in another color, and I'll try to do this pretty quickly. Yeah, so we'll do this like this, and then it'll come down like this, and I'll have to patch all this up and make it look pretty in a minute. I'm more of like a make a mess first and then fix it up later kind of person. Yeah, okay, I think that'll be good. And then we'll do it down here too. Egypt doesn't do Halloween. So they have it in Australia. I'm gonna take off my jacket. Sorry if I'm moving away from the mic. I was really cold earlier. It's like all of a sudden the cold front came and it's just freezing cold out now in the mornings, and I'm like, no, I wasn't ready. In the winter I have to like take care of the animals so they don't freeze, which means I get to go out very early in the morning in the cold, and I don't like it. Alright, we'll just put these in loosely for the edging markings. I wonder, like, do people not have even like parties or any of that? Just no Halloween decorations or nothing? It might be somewhat more commercialized in America, and that might have been the push for it. Everyone wants to sell decorations at different times of year. Like if you go into the dollar store, probably starting in, I don't know, July, they'll have Halloween decorations. I mean, not just the dollar store, just any store. But, yeah, okay. So I'm going to get rid of the sketch. Let's see how this looks. Let's combine it, and let's go ahead and start cleaning it up a bit. I can see this did not, are we still on 100? Yeah, this did not, yeah, it doesn't look too great. Let's smooth out the edges. Let's actually make our hardness a lot lighter so that we'll get some fuzziness. I think that looks a little bit nicer to have softer edges. Yeah, we'll get this going for the pumpkin, clean this up a little bit, and then we'll get started on the actual filling in the paint colors and stuff. Probably don't want this soft. Maybe make a little bit harder on my brush. Yeah, gotta those stores rely on that holiday money, especially hobby stores. You can go in, like, I think starting in probably I don't know, maybe even as early as July. It was summer, I'm pretty sure, maybe at least like September, and they had all their Christmas stuff out. And I ended up buying some wrapping paper because I was like, wow, I won't be back until ever. So so I guess that's why they do it, because they must have to sell some of it. Otherwise they'd just be wasting their room in their stores. I mean, the space in their stores. Hello, Audrey and Adri? No. My brain is like blanking. Audrey and Adri. Is that right? I hope so. Anyways, hello. Halloween is a nice word for someone in an anime costume. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Such a weeb. Such a Halloweeb. Okay, let's get these. Yeah, I'm almost wondering if I should have done this on a separate layer. Not, what? Can I not? Did I do something there? I think I did something there. Hold on. Yeah, these on a separate layer. I don't know why that has a perfect circle. I must have just touched it. Just so I can... I think I'm gonna do it. I don't like always go crazy with separate layers, but I think it'll make it easier that when it comes time to put the like lines for the like, I don't know what you call them, the dips and rivets of the pumpkin, I'll be able to be a little more free with it without worrying about going over. Let me see what that looks like if I, oops, I didn't get this either. If I take this out, let me grab some of these that I'm missing. I have a plan. It's slow going, but I have a plan. Did I have any more that I missed? These down here? If I take these out, we can grab a few more of these. These aren't that important though. Was this it? On this one too? And this. It's coming along. Hold on, I got a couple more to grab. And that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna Command X, Command Shift V, place it just on its own separate layer. Let me see how raggedy it is. We can clean that up. But yeah, so the point is, if that's on the top, when it comes time to do this stuff, I don't have to worry about going over those things. Sorry, I'm gonna sniffle my nose here. I really need to remember. Like there's a hotkey in OBS, but it doesn't work to mute my mic. So you guys just have all these silly things, silly noises I make. Sorry. Let's see. Annalise says, I enjoy it most because it's time when fantasy stuff like ghosts and witches become socially acceptable to enjoy, and I love those things year round. I agree. We gotta love the sillier, not the sillier, but the darker side of life too sometimes. um, Sorry, I'm taking another drink. Hi, King Sonny Art. How are you? It's good to see you. I guess I should start shouting out people. A lot of people in here are artists and stuff. You should go check out each other's artwork because there's a lot of different types of art too. Like Annalisa does traditional stuff. I guess King Sonny Art does too. He does more like I guess I don't know. He does really good colored pencil artworks of like fan art and stuff. And yeah, and Rubutani does some digital artworks and stuff. Yeah, everyone just check each other. Oh, is this I have some kind of thing. Here, I'll just show. I need to make some people my moderators. I don't know if you're supposed to like what the etiquette behind that is. If I should like contact people and be like, "Yo, want to be my moderator?" It's free slave work, not slave work, but you don't get paid. Okay, so I'm gonna do a couple. I think before I do the lights, I'm gonna work a little bit more on this pumpkin. I'm gonna make this a little bit harder edged, and I'm gonna start working in. I think the shines will be, yeah, I don't know. Start working in some of these colors, make them a little more fine. I think we should make a hashtag Halloween, and we should all post ourselves in like anime Halloween costumes. That would be fun. Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading. So I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. So these grooves will have a little bit of like the shadows in them as well as the lights. You know how it kind of catches both the dark, but then the edge has like a little highlight. I'm just gonna come back to it. I'm gonna kind of slowly pick away at it without thinking about it too much because I think when I overthink things, they don't turn out as well. Let me go back to this. I gotta show chat. Let me see here. Okay. I keep switching between programs. I hope that's not messing up the recording. I will find all of this out later when I check back on this live stream. So yeah, let's get some, it's not like a hard edge. I'm looking at my jack-o'-lantern from last year. It's not like a hard edge. So I want to make this kind of smooth. I probably don't want, I don't know. Oh, I've got the spinning wheel. If Photoshop crashes, it's already crashed once. It doesn't usually crash, but I have a lot of stuff going right now with it. So if it does crash, you guys will have to forgive me. I'll put my animation on big while I bring it back up again. Let's get some reds. Let's work on some saturating colors and stuff because right now it looks kind of boring. So I'm gonna switch to overlay and I'll turn my hardness all the way down and work on getting some reds around like where the eyes are gonna be. Uh-oh. I'm really worried that my thing is gonna freeze. I hope it's not messing up the audio. The picture. Yeah, so let's get some reds around where the glowing's gonna be. Just before I find detail in, I want to get some of these colors marked in. We can bring some oranges to it. We can have a nice little saturated orange areas up here. Uh-oh. Oh, Photoshop, don't act slow on me. Why do you do this to me? It just wants me to have more anxiety. Hello, Adil Draws. I'll say that very stilted and awkward. Yeah, I've wanted to see that new Joker movie too. I thought it looked kind of cool. I'm a big fan of Joaquin Phoenix. I think he's fun. uh, I liked him in what's the Johnny Cash one called? I don't remember, but there was a movie where he played Johnny Cash, and I thought he did a pretty good job. Okay, so now I go back to normal and just start fine-tuning this. I'm trying to think of how I want this to be done. I think I'll just kind of wing it. So there'll be some shadows here behind this thing. Let's turn my hardness up again. And then the highlights will be over here, I think. Get those going, and then the orange will be cutting into them over here. Probably something like that. Some more highlights, maybe just like one little one here. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of start blending in where the orange and the others, orange and browns and tannish beiges, I don't know. Those all come together. Maybe like a highlight here if this is a shadow, and then the orange part would be on the other side. Maybe like a little one over here too, and a connect down over there. We'll just have some oranges up here. And then, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what these messages are. They keep getting like hidden or like up for review. I don't know what they are. You guys don't put anything bad. I'm sure telling the internet to do that will result in great effect. I think everyone here is my friend. So I'll just try to approve all those. Okay, let's see here. I think this is too bright of a color. I think if it's dark, like it's night lights, it'd be more bluish. So I might switch to this kind of bluish color to highlight some of these. I'm just gonna mark them in. I'm gonna do a little bit more like blocking in the highlights, and then I'll get to the inner highlight part in a minute, the glowing face part in a second. Yeah, something like that. There we go. Just catch it on the top of that rim there, and we'll have some eventually over here that we'll work on too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, and then down here, I guess I can put a few like highlight shadow areas here, and then we'll have one over here. We'll get a little more detailed with this. Hopefully I'll get to it later, but I'm just trying to kind of, I had this, I guess, advice that you should kind of work on everything at once. Sorry, I'm taking a drink again. Trying not to choke this time. You should kind of work on everything at once and not like and keep moving on, and so you don't like finish one thing and then can't finish the other. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I always thought that was kind of good advice. Okay, so let's clean up this face a little bit here. I'm gonna actually make a new layer under here and call this back. So if we have anything that doesn't match up to this top layer and this bottom layer, there'll be like a safety layer underneath it, and I'm just gonna take maybe this red color, and I'll do this, I'll do this, and I'll trace here, and you cannot see it but I'll hide it in a sec to show you what I mean. Okay, so then if you oh, I did this on the same layer. Genius. Okay, hold on. I can do this. Did I not do back? What happened? I'm very confused. Command Shift N, back. Now we do it. I mean, where I had it was okay. I probably should just merge these together. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a crazy lady. Yeah, so let's get this kind of filled out. So on the underneath of the pumpkin. You would make a Joker movie? You want to become a psychopath and be a pharaoh? I don't think the pharaohs had a lot of fans when it came to their we'll say working class. I don't think the Pharaohs had a very good end either, did they? I don't know. There's usually a pretty big uprising against royalty eventually. You should write a movie script or something for that, though. It would be a creative movie. Okay, so I'm gonna just merge all this. And then I don't have to worry about it. So I just realized I was like itching my head right next to the mic. I hope these noises aren't too obnoxious. I really should learn how to mute that mic. I'll just lament about it 40 times. Oh, you started comic strips again? Oh, that's great. Are you posting them online? I'd love to see some of them. You're not putting anything bad against anyone, or you would never. Just feeling bad, feeling down. I think it's kind of therapeutic to write out fun scenarios, even if they're like dark or whatever. I'm a big fan of writing out things. Okay, so let's clean up this face a bit before I go into detailing it. It's definitely got some weirdness here. I'm just gonna clean it up. I'm gonna have the usual face here. I probably should have done this to begin with. These are the things that you learn and you're like, nah, that's fine. I'll know for next time. Hello, Friday the Caveman. I said that very, very timidly. I don't know why. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Oh, thank you, BTD. I gotta move this up because I'm losing my chat again. Oh, I need to... I'm like way behind. There we go. I think I only could see the top half. So I've probably been really slow in responding. I need to get my... I have another... I have a computer, like a 2005 computer. And I was really trying hard. It doesn't connect to the internet, which is one of the problems with it. I was trying so hard to get it to connect to my newer computer. And by newer, I'm talking like 2011. So neither of these are like very new, but yeah, I'm just gonna butcher this real quick while I talk. I don't want these hard edges to show though, so I'm just gonna put the work in now. But yeah, so if I can get it to work, ideally I'd have my 2005 computer set up and I could run, I don't think I could run OBS or anything off of it, but I could have it so I could look at the stream and stuff from that computer instead, and then I wouldn't be so awkward, yeah. Alright, so there we go. We'll fix that. We'll clean that up a little bit better later on, but now we won't have the edges and I can fine tweak these without worrying about them. Take another drink of my now very cold tea. But that's okay. Yeah, so let's clean up these edges a little bit. I'm very impatient when it comes to this stuff. I tend to have a little bit more of a messy art style. It's beneficial though when you do digital art, because I think if you don't have a little bit of mess in your art, I mean, there's obviously the people who are just super fine-tuned and make it look like amazing and clean and perfect, but sometimes you get like a very blurry, everything looks kind of like Gaussian blur effect if you don't have some messiness thrown in. This is something that probably only makes sense to me. Just my opinion. I could be completely wrong. Yes, so let's clean this up. I wonder, oops, nope, I didn't want to use the history eraser. I wonder how other people, the weather situation is. I've probably griped about the cold like 6 times already. I wonder if it's cold anywhere else. It was supposed to snow north of where I live. Oops. Yeah, I don't really want to clean that up with that color, I guess. I'll just kind of generally make sure these all look somewhat cleaned up. I think they're doing okay. I don't want to be too meticulous and then never get this done. But I'm waiting for the cold break to pass because I'm not ready for it to be like permanently cold winter. Okay, let me see. I have this show. Let's see what Rubu Tani said. I'm worried that you said I've pronounced your name right, and I've pronounced it like 6 different ways. I posted on my Instagram account. I wish I could follow you. I never got that information, but maybe my next video will be about comic strips. Oh, okay. Well, theoretically, I have an Instagram account, but I'm a poor country girl without a smartphone, so it's like it doesn't really work very well unless you have a smartphone. I'm doing this on the wrong layer. So one day I'll get my Instagram set up and hopefully I'll be able to check it out then. I think I can still view stuff from my computer. I just need to go in. But my Instagram should be Miss Art Garden. I think that's universal for all my accounts. So, yeah, I don't think I have anything posted. My sister, who has a smartphone, said one time that she was going to help me get it set up, but then she bailed on me, as sisters do. So, yeah, one of these days I'll get a smartphone and be able to catch up with all the wonders of modern technology. What's your comic about, if you want to talk about it? I think comics are fun. I think writing is really, really hard. I wrote a short story for um, DeviantArt, I think, like a trade. I haven't been back to my DeviantArt in a long time. But, and then I posted, an online friend said you should post it on this site and they'll help you, like if you have spelling errors and just kind of critique it. And I posted it and I was like, whoa. I took creative writing in college, so I am used to have people being like, this wasn't successful, you need to clean up this, or this plotline doesn't. But all the reviews I got from that site were like, well, firstly, I had a spelling error in my first paragraph, and the first guy that reviewed the story went on this long tangent about how I didn't have any passion for the art of writing because I allow spelling errors in my work. And I was like, okay, this guy's just very passionate about it. But he went on, when I say long tangent, I think this was 7 paragraphs. And then he made a weird comparison about how you wouldn't try to build cabinets unless you were a carpenter or something. So, I don't know. I kind of was like, I don't think I really feel like writing after that. I've just got back to comics. They're a lot more visual. I should get back more into it, though, because I did used to like to write. It is a lot of effort. A lot of meticulous work, though. Uh-huh. Okay. I think I said I was going to do this face, and then I got distracted. I'm gonna start with this color. Let's feather it too. I'm just gonna do some computer tricks. Let's feather it maybe 15. That's too much. Oh, am I working? How big is this file? Whoops. It's at 72. I was wondering. I was like, this seems a little bit odd. So this was supposed to be. It's fine. We can change it now. Image size. Hopefully this won't slow my computer down. I'll turn this up so that I can have a little more control over my artwork. Now we can do this. Okay. So we'll feather. Now my computer will really work slower. 15. And let's make this a nice yeah, that's a good one, and then we can work from there. So I want some kind of medium colors here. Oh, I know the chat is slow, but yes, I'm writing a script. I planned a trilogy with me as the main character. It's one trilogy of either 4 or 5. Wow, that's very ambitious. I hope that works out. Kind of like Marvel, but I'm not going to do the same with solo movies of all pharaohs. Well, that's really cool. You should keep on that. Is the chat slow on because of my end? I hope not. Maybe people just listening. Taking another sip here. Okay, so this obviously is something I'm going to erase. Not on the right side. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a highlight. I'm trying to get this like look right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a highlight edge right, like where these are. Let's turn my hardness all the way down. And I think that'll kind of help with the effect. And then this will go down to here. And I think I'll bring this in here. So I think that'll look a little bit better. And then there'll be a slightly, I'm just going to kind of play around with it a bit on the edge here. Slightly darker area here. And then this middle ground here. I'm trying to think if that looks right for the edging. No. Maybe I think what it needs is like a little bit of variance. So there's like here where it goes in, there's a little bit of a darkness, and then when it meets up here, it's a little bit darker. I think that'll work better. Yeah, that's starting to look a little bit more right. And then when we go in later with this and make it like really, oops, really bright eventually, I think it'll look even better, like the edging. So I'm going to go with that. So, if you want to read it, I will email it to you. Yeah, my email is missartgarden@gmail.com. You're welcome to. I'll be happy to try to give you feedback. I'm not like an expert on critiquing writing. If you liked it, that's fine. If not, it's fine. It's my first script. Well, I think it's important to get it out there and be brave and be ambitious. My comics are random BS, but if you ever get back into comics again, I'm sure we'd all love to support and read your work. I'm actually working on a comic right now. I was like, in August, I'm like, I'm going to write a comic for Halloween, and I'm doing it so early this year. I'm going to get it done, and nope. It started out as 8 pages, and I was like, all right, it's going to be an 8-page simple story, and now I think it's 54, and I've only sketched out 45, and that's just the sketching part, so it's not going to make it for Halloween. But my new plan is, and I think this is very doable. Hold on, I'm going to take a drink here. And slop it all down the side of my face. I'm a genius. But my new plan is to get some pages out and ready to post starting around Halloween. So like even if I was running out of time, since I've got the first couple pages sketched, I mean I've got the first page for sure sketched, I can go in and put it out. Just go in and finish the first page. What am I talking about? I cannot speak. I think I'm going to bring this edge in a little bit more like that as it comes in. I think that looks better. Yeah, so I'm just going to outline these edges here. Down here. And then this one will come out a little bit more like that. So yeah, hopefully I can get that comic going, and then if I can convince either the old voice actors, or I think there's a lot of people who like to do that voice acting, so I mean, I don't pay them, so I'm just very free with them if they want to do it or not. If I can get some voice actors, I'll dub it eventually. Maybe I'll have it out by like the new year or something. I'm working on it every day. I mean, not today, but every day that I can. I try to do at least like sketch out 2 pages or something. The sketching of the pages takes a really long time because you want to like lay out your comic. I'm sure you know. You want a comic about you? Probably about you and Cleopatra fighting like a spirit over my lust with her. I have to finish it first. You should, do you ever draw? You should take up some drawing. You should try it sometime. I bet you'd be good at it. Where can we see it, your comic? Yeah, I haven't posted any of it yet. I might have to sledge back to DeviantArt. I have so many like love-hate relations with DeviantArt. It's so easy to use, but it's kind of a mess too. So that would be the easiest one. But I I have a, what is it called? Blogspot? That page? I could post it there. I have a Tapas or whatever that one's called. I'll post it there. I think Webtoons, I might have an account, but I don't think I could ever get that web page to load for some reason. So I'll post it a bunch of places eventually, and then I'll probably promote it. Um, Maybe even on Twitter and stuff. uh, but yeah, or maybe I'll probably, I plan to try to do like a live stream where I do like color one of the pages to kind of promote it, and then I'll say in there where I've decided to put all the places I've decided to post it. You don't like drawing? It takes a lot of practice. I bet if you stuck with it, you'd get good. It's really frustrating though when you start because you want everything to look a certain way and you can't get it to work a certain way. And it's not like you ever really learn that, but you definitely learn how to work around that. So I think you'd be good at it. But you know, obviously you don't have to draw if you don't want to. Okay, so now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna add some like peak parts here so it's all kind of a uniform line. I'm gonna make a few of them a little brighter than the others. I think that variation will look nice. You'd rather have others draw? Yeah. It's fun when you get artwork. I like trading artwork. I'd like to do more art trades, but I did one with the artist pen a while back, and I was like, hey, we should do an art trade. She's like, yeah, absolutely. And then I kind of disappeared because I was having like a hectic week where I was trying to help family and stuff. And I think she was like, I don't trust you anymore. She was actually a really good sport about it because she kept trying to contact me and I was very slow to respond. Like, it would take over a day sometimes, like through email and stuff. But yeah, I should go back into it. I think I should start nagging people, come do an art trade with me. I think that's a lot of fun. Okay, so we have that. I'm going to go in and add the like shadowy parts of it. So like here, I think would be a shadowy part. Anywhere there's kind of like a bend in, I think the light would be caught there. So just, yeah, makes sense in my head. We'll see if it comes across visually. Huh. Yeah, we'll do this up here. Okay, I think this is starting to come along a little bit. I always say that. I say that when I'm recording too, and then I'm like, cut that part out, it looks junky. uh, Out of all the things when I make videos, I think editing is my least favorite. I'm so bad at it. I know there's programs. First of all, there's like a bunch of blank space so I have to cut out. I know there's programs that do that for you, so maybe if I got one of those, it wouldn't be so bad. But you're not gonna draw. You get emotional scene drawings because the art is wonderful and it's just beautiful. Yeah, I think that's good. That's passion. Hold on, I gotta click show on this comic. We all sucked at one point. I suck at digital painting. The only reason I don't do traditional art is because my video quality would suck. I can't do traditional either. I don't have a way of recording it. We can commiserate on that together. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'm trying to think. Alright, we'll go with that. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna select this color. I'm gonna feather it. Probably about 50. And let's go to our favorite, not our favorite, Ross Draw's favorite, Color Dodge. I don't know why he likes Color Dodge so much. I actually think overlay is a lot better. It's not so like blunting. But yeah, we're gonna go to Color Dodge. We're gonna put that way down, and we're gonna start working on getting these to really look like they're glowing. So we'll have, yeah, just kind of pick up the brush, put it in, keep working on it. Then I'll go in later on a separate layer probably with the overlay. you'll just hear some scratching. Actually, I don't know if you will or not. I have no idea. I haven't tested my mic or anything. I just was hoping this live stream would work. Yeah, there we go. It was kind of impromptu too. I was like, I'm just gonna jump in and try it. Uh-oh, I've put too many scribbles down. Now it's frozen. uh, I'm mostly passionate about ancient Egypt. Very fanatical. It's literally my ancestors in history and heritage. I know because I read interesting info and somehow knew. I'm just so passionate about my culture. I think that's good. I'm gonna do a save before this crashes. If it crashes, I'll load it back up. Oh, shouldn't have touched it when it's saving. I have no idea if it's flickering. Hold on, let me scroll up and see. I can't scroll up. Okay. I don't know if the video is flickering. I used to have these like black splotchy things. I don't think it's flickering. That's cool. Have you ever thought about being like a historian for ancient Egyptian Gamer Geek? It'd be kind of fun. Okay, I think that's good for a start. I'm gonna start working on the pumpkin now. Let's make a new layer and call it just over, we'll call it a glow layer. If I can type with a pen in my hand. And then I'm gonna put it on overlay. Turn my brush back to normal. And let's see, what kind of color? I think like a bright orange glow to start with. It's probably way too high on opacity. Let's turn it more like 10-ish. I'll get this going here. And then we're gonna put the yellow a little bit closer to the carving area. And I think I'm gonna put a little bit blue, put a little bit of blue in some of this corner areas up here. Let's see if we can get these. This looks a little messy. I don't want to blow it up and have the program have issues with the graphic card, but I might try a little bit of that. Let's get some of these peaking ones a little bit more. Alright. Okay. And then, alright, now I'm going to go into overlay with overlay and the white. And I'm going to, let's see, I'll make a clipping mask so it's be easier. I want just around these edges. Actually, I know what I want. I want to, wait, hold on a second. Can I select? Nope. I've lost the ability. That's okay. I'm just figuring things out. I'm gonna go around and select everything but these edges. I mean, just the middle glowy part here, so that I can put a glow where that doesn't touch the edges, because I'm starting to lose them a bit. I'll probably go in with a shadow later. But for now, we'll get this selected. Just very passionate. I want to make films and act in them as well. Oh, hello, Art and Art. How are you? You want to make Egypt films. Cast Minda Masoud or Rami Malek. Yeah, I don't know. It's Mena Masoud. I'm butchering names again. I don't know her. I know Rami Malek. I really liked him in Mr. Robot. And The Pacific is where I first saw him. This is like carving a pumpkin. I'm gonna do it in sections. Yeah, The Pacific is like I think it's like World War II in the Pacific kind of documentary. And he played, I think his name was Snafu or something. And I was pretty impressed by his acting in that. He played against the little kid from Jurassic Park. I don't know if people know Jurassic Park. But they were like sort of this oddly, like the odd couple, but in wartime. It was kind of interesting. And then in Mr. Robot, he also plays. I guess he kind of plays a creep there too. uh, but yeah, regardless, I like him. I think he has a twin brother. I wonder if his twin brother acts too. Let's do this. I want to get just this final glow without it being up against the edging that I've already done. That's why I'm taking the time. I probably should have created a, I don't know. I'm going to save this selection. So if I have to do anything in the future, I'll have it all ready to go and I won't have to do this again. So if you want to learn how to save a selection in Photoshop, stick around. I'll do it in a second. What about Freddie Mercury? Yeah, I haven't seen. Is it? I don't know the Queen movie's name. I haven't seen that yet, but I bet he was really good in that. Oh yeah, he was in Night of the Museum too, wasn't he? Who did he play? The Pharaoh? Maybe? Sorry, I'm drinking drinking the last of my tea. Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody. That's right. That's what he was in. Yeah, I haven't seen that. I do want to see that. I'm sure he was excellent. He seems like a dedicated actor. He was also in a game. I don't remember the game. Till Dawn? It was like a weird Winnebago game that I never played, but I saw someone else playing. And I think he played kind of like a goofy character in that. Okay, so now I'm going to go to channels. Wait, I have to go to select, save selection. Uh-huh. And then it'll be in my channels right here. Okay, so now you know. I think I'm just entered. I don't want to be in QuickTime. What mask am I in? Hold on. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna feather this. Let's just do 15. I'm gonna go in and with the overlay, and I'm gonna put in that white just right up against some of this. I don't want to lose all the yellow, but I do want to give it quite a little glow here. He does have a brother. He won an Oscar for it. I've seen it. It's great. Until Dawn. Yeah. Is that what I said? Maybe I said something else. Okay, and then I'm gonna invert the selection and go in with overlay, I guess. And let's try black. Let's see. Yeah, that'll kind of help with the edging here. Just to kind of distinguish that edging. I was worried that I was losing it too much. And I don't want to. So just pop that in, then we won't lose that totally. I've kind of lost where it goes against on the highlights, but that's okay. I can take a brush and work those a little bit smoother in there. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I think that's coming along a little bit better. Let's do a little bit of background. So it's not just floating in the atmosphere, and it'll help me a little bit with the finishing touches. So let's get a texture brush. I like this one a lot. Oh, I gotta do this back here. Yeah, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna get this going here. So I actually want the bottom part a little bit lighter than the top part. So let's take black. I guess this is gonna stall out my program probably. Yeah, we'll just get a little bit of a textured look here. Everyone in Egypt celebrated Rami Malek getting an Oscar. He's the first Egyptian to get an Oscar. That's pretty good. I wonder how many Egyptian actors there are. He deserved it though, I'm sure. I haven't seen the movie, but I know he's a really good performer. Okay, so we'll have that kind of blackish background. And I can't tell if my program's stalled or it's just not marking. Oh, it's because I'm in overlay. Because I'm dumb, that's why. Okay, Yeah, we'll do this. There we go, like that. And then I want a little bit more, let's get like a bluish color for the behind the pumpkin here. It's probably too bright. Let's get a little bit less. Yeah. And then we'll get a little bit brighter than that. Yeah, he deserves the Oscar. He's great. I want some kind of like distinguished horizon line, if I can say that. So I'm going to really push to smooth out this line here. Like that. And then this side here. Like that. There we go. That's a little better. And then I'm going to take a drink. Well, you just got 16 subscribers. Congratulations. That's really great. It's so hard on YouTube starting out. Like, I don't think that I've like made it or anything, but I do think that I got to the point where I'm getting suggested or whatever. So like a lot of people will come from, like, it used to be that no one would come to your channel. I don't think YouTube promotes people very well. And then like I think once you hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, it starts like pushing your content more. It seems so frustrating. You deserve so many more. You just got to keep putting videos out. I think that's the main thing with YouTube. It's like, unless you're fresh, I don't care about you. You gotta have that fresh content. Okay, so yeah, this is looking okay. And then I want an overlay. Where's that? Where'd that go? There it is. The same place as it always has been. And let's get like an orange actually. And have this reflecting some light down here. You can just barely see it. I don't even know if you can see that. Let me just bring it up a little bit into that shadow area. There we go. Yeah, so you can just see the light, and then we'll have a little bit of yellow too. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I think just some fine tuning. I guess I'll just go and do some fine tuning. So I'm still on overlay. Let's get a blue. Actually, let's go to color dodge. Okay. Colored on a little bit brighter. So it gives it like a shiny effect when you use color dodge, I think. Yeah. And we'll go in and get some highlights. I think blue is the best highlight for color dodge for whatever reason. Because it's sort of like a lighting effect that you add, and a lot of blue is, I mean, a lot of light is kind of got a blue tone. That's my theory behind it anyways. What did I do here? How did I get that strange line? Go back. There we go. I want that. And then we can try a red. Oops. See if a red will do much right around this eye socket area. And then the teeth. Oops. Just messily putting them in. I am not not doing a great job fine-tuning this. It's okay. There we go. Okay, well, on a little thumbnail it looks good, but when the more you blow it up, the more of a mess it becomes. Let's just work on cleaning it up a bit, but I think overall it's looking okay. Let me get back to normal. Yeah, Rubu, you should definitely post your comic video that you were talking about. That might help with. I'm on the wrong one. I was like, why isn't this working? There we go. I think it'll be. That might help get some subscribers in if you start putting some videos up. It's hard though. Like, who has time? Okay, let's see here. What else do I want to do? I want to kind of clean up this area. Alright, let's see. Was this on this one? Yeah, let's erase this a little bit because that's. I don't want to erase that. Erase this part because I think it's looking a little janky. Janky is my word and I don't really know what it means. I keep using it. I'm using it a lot lately. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and add just a little bit of a shadow edge against this thing. I think that'll help define the edges a bit. Just trying to think of how I can finish this off so it looks a little bit more refined. I did a little bit of kind of a quickie sketch job with this, and now it's pretty messy. Just take a little tender loving care to finish it off. I wanted to show more support and just how generous I am. I'm like 12 to 14 people who backstabbed you. Who backstabbed you? Are you talking about subscriber drops? Because that happens. YouTube just does that. Usually it's like all at one time of the year too. So, or not years, same time of the month. So it'll be like, hey, look, you've gained 100 subscribers. Just kidding. It's only 60. And I'll be like, thanks, YouTube. That's pretty common for me. It's like a monthly thing. And then it like shows in your demographics. It's like, look how terrible you're doing. And I'm like, I didn't have any say over that. It's you, YouTube. You did it. Let's get some of these shadows in. I can't tell if that edging made it better or worse. It's okay. Let's get a little bit of, we'll add a little bit of a glow to this part here. Yeah, I'll just keep working on it. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have to know what I'm doing. I'm just having fun. Okay, let's get that light edging has disappeared here, and here, and here. Oh, let me see. There's something. Let's see. Sorry, I'm being a bit negative. Let's see. Hello. I don't speak much Spanish. I visit your channel, your drawing channel, and something subscribe, and I hope you continue with your subscription. I think it's like a subscribe to me message. I don't know what you said, none. But hello. Yeah, we need Mexicano. I think he might speak Spanish. I actually don't know if that's true or not. Maybe I'm just being random. I keep trying to do this on the wrong layer. I'm like, why isn't it working? That's so weird. I'll get it eventually. My brain, my poor little brain. Okay. Get that down like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna work on finishing up the details, blending it in, making it look a little bit nicer than it is now, but I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Let's kind of mark a light color here, and we'll have one over here kind of in the bend. I think there'll be like a little bit of a shadow right under here, and then the light will come up. It tends to be kind of how those round objects I've observed them being. It's like a weird line of shadow. And I'm just kind of blow out some of these messy details for like shading, and then I'll go in and try to clean it up a bit. I'm gonna lose some of my shadows though. Let's get like this darker color, get that in, and get our highlights back reestablished a bit. No, it's not sub drops, it's just people causing drama. Need to make a vid or stream addressing it. If you miss out, you can watch replay. Yeah, Mexicano can translate. I was pretty sure, but then I was like, I don't want to say if I'm wrong. Yeah, I just realized I never touched that stem on the top. I should work on that a little bit. It doesn't take much. It's mostly just bringing in like it's kind of like I don't know how to describe it, like a veiny thing. It has like little bumps and stuff. So let's get some highlights here. Just plop them on in, and then I get some shadows. Uh-oh, spinning. I'll be interested watching this back what happens, because when I record it compresses the video weirdly sometimes. Strange. I have so many fun technical funs. Oops. Nope, don't want the light. I want it to black. Here we go. Get that in there. And then we just gotta blend it. So blend that black into the shadow. Get some more into the darker areas here. Yeah. Something like that. Then I'm going to take the black and run it all down here, so it'll be mostly just that top area. There we go, a really quickly shaded thing. I can get a few more like little spikes in there so they don't look so out of place. There we go. Okay, so yeah, just clean it up a bit. I don't have much left to do. Just all mostly refining. But I want to get some of this looking a little nicer, like over here. Looks a little weird. Just clean you up, buddy. You'll look real nice and pretty by the end. I want mostly around here to look like more highlighted. But I don't want to lose all the little dips and rivets. I don't remember what, what I decided to call them. If I could decide anything at all. Yeah, we want this kind of pale thing on the edge. I might want to blur these edges. I think they turned out a little bit harder than I meant for them to be. I want to take this pale color and bring it in a few places where it's a little too oversaturated. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm going to have to commit to putting a little bit of darkness right here because it looks like, you know, it's like flatter there. So it might not be catching the light. I think I just did it. So what else is there to say? There we go. Yeah. Clean up some of this down here. Yeah, number doesn't bother me. If I quit before I'm recognized artist, at least I'll know I've entertained 16 people. I'm just in YouTube to observe and support. Yeah, I often, like, a lot of people ask me, like, how much do you make on YouTube? How much? And I'm like, I'm not monetized. I think that you could tell sometimes the people, like, if I ever got monetized, I probably would put up, like, super chat or whatever, but I don't think I would. I have a Patreon, no one goes for that, none of that. I have it mostly just for kind of like, if someone wants to support me. But I think a lot of people who want that, like, monetized living have to really kind of sell it a lot. And I'm like, I just want to enjoy my, I want to enjoy my time on it, so, I think it's more fun to be entertaining, and I kind of want to. I originally started this to be sort of educational, although I don't know how educational my stuff was. But I took, I have like a general art degree or whatever you call it from a state college. It's like the most useless thing ever. And I did not learn any act online. I should do that because I think it'd be nice. That's how I started my YouTube channel. And that's about it. Pretty boring story, I know. Oh. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of work in some highlights here. And let's go back to overlay and do some like finishing touches. Let's get some more. I think I've lost some of that around there and some around here. Then we'll go back to normal. Just that one little tweak. This is kind of overwhelming it now. There we go. Yeah, I think that's better. I mean, it's not like the most clean pumpkin, but the smaller you look at it, the better it gets. As is true with all digital art. I'll just take this blur tool, I think, and work on getting some of these edges smoothed out a bit. Especially over here, this looks pretty janky. One trick you can do, if you want, is highlight it, inverse the selection, feather a little bit. BTD, no, I haven't hit my watch hour. I'm not even close. I think you need 4,000 watch hours, and I might have like 12 to 1,300, so I don't think I'm gonna be getting those watch hours anytime soon, but I'm just doing it for fun. And then I go to blur, Gaussian blur, and you can just blur those edges a little bit. So maybe a little bit less than that. Let's see how that looks. There we go, we got a little bit of blur. I don't think it blurred it quite the way I wanted, but that's okay. I'll just go in with the brush and try to get some of this not quite that smooth. Smoothed out a little bit. There we go. You just read all your chats and you think you're corny. I am very corny, I agree. Being corny's the best though. I'm like punny. I try to tune it down. I almost always, like, I make all these jokes when I'm recording typically, and then I'm like, that was terrible. I'm going to cut that out. Let me see, I'm on eraser, that's why I was like, what's going on here? Yeah, I want to just plop in some extra little highlight areas here. Let's do the dabbing technique because everything looks kind of stringy, if that makes sense. I don't like that, so I'll do a little dabbing. Alright, I think that's... like, I might come back to it at some point if I wanted to, like, post it. But I think for what it is, it's not too bad. I think it looks like a pumpkin. At least. Let me see. I can do one extra little overlay. Little trick here. Should we make it... Let's add a little blue. This is like my go-to. I always add a little extra overlay. I gotta turn it to overlay. Does that look... Let me see. Yeah, I like it better with a little bit of blue. Let's bring it, because I kind of had it from the top. Let's bring it from that side. And then we'll have the eerie red glow from maybe down here. That's a little too much. I don't know why I do this. I'm so entertained by having that little extra light effect on it. Maybe green? What would green look like? Nah, it gets too like disco ball-y with more colors than I add. Let's go with like a purple. I think the purple will look okay with that blue. Too purple though. Too purple. Let's less saturated, a little more blue. How's that look? Yeah, that'll look good. I don't know. It's just a fun thing I add. Maybe one more, like a little orange. Up here. And no, I don't like that. Maybe from the bottom. Kind of gives it a dramatic look. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so that is with it. That's without. I don't know. I think it's just a personal preference. I just like adding a little bit of glow, and then we'll do one more. Is this my glow layer? Yeah. I'm gonna do one more glow. Obviously I've marked on this layer by accident by the example of this. Let's actually go back to that channel. Let's get this highlight that I already did, and we're gonna feather it by about like 100. Go to my glow layer. Actually, let's go to a new layer. I'll just use a bunch of layers. It doesn't matter. Before I do this, let's save in case I lose it. Saving 33%, 34. You can tell my Photoshop is lagging. this have, I was just trying to look at my thing. 44%. I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna wait for it to finish. Okay, so let's get that. Oh, I should have waited. Now I'm getting the spinning beach ball. I wonder, is the spinning... I'm gonna scroll up. Oh. I think my computer froze. I don't know if you can hear this. Wait, am I back? I saw the little thing saying that I'd lost. Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna work. I bet I'm gonna watch it back. I know it cuts it in, all the little like time gaps or whatever. But yeah, that's what I did. I added that little extra glow for the added fun of it. So I guess I'm gonna call that for my pumpkin and my live stream. So thank you everyone who joined in. I really appreciate you showing up and keeping me company. I don't know what I'm going to do for next week. Something probably a little more fun. I went kind of safe with the jack-o'-lantern. But I don't know. So if anyone who's watching this in the future, I guess, or if anyone's still watching this in the chat, if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, it'll probably just be working on my comic, maybe. Or something. Maybe, like, I like to alternate since I did digital painting this time. It'll probably be something illustrative. But, yeah. So, thank you for watching. I'm going to stumble because I can't figure out how to stop my live stream. I just tried it in the test. But I'm going to end it here. So, thank you so much. Have a great day. Take care. I need to find my live stream. I think I minimized the window. There it is. Yeah. And then, yeah, take care. And thank you all. You're all the best. I'm such a bad person at ending things. Okay, bye-bye.